My mother, sir.
My sister. Let us hope it will remind you of her fate and prevent you from sharing it. Can't you read?
Blessed are the poor in spirit.
Blessed.
Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
I'll take her. I'll send my housekeeper to collect her tomorrow.
I won't go! You shan't make me. I want to stay with you, matron. I won't go!
If our friend had known the ins and outs of this little number, he'd have never been topped.
Look at that! Honest as a day. You're going to make our fortune, aren't you, Sue? Am I? Ain't she, Mr. Ibs?
I was brought up by Mrs. Saxby, who was paid to look after me for a week when I was a baby. But she kept me all those years. If that ain't love, I don't know what is.
The Briar Bell. This is where your mother lived. You are to be a lady, as she was. For all her fortune, she turned to the bad. It's to be hoped you turn out better than she did. You haven't finished your eggs. We'll see about that, Miss Lily. Keep your gloves on. Mr. Lily will require it.
Yes.
No one is allowed beyond there, for fear of spoiling his books.
How's her temper, Mrs. Stiles?
Rather ill, sir.
Where are her gloves?
Throw them at me, sir.
Give me your hand, Maud. Give me your hand. You won't forget the gloves in future, will you, Maud? Put them on. Not a cover is to be touched or a leaf to be turned without them, do you understand? You realize why I brought you here, Maud?
To make a lady of me.
To make a secretary of you, Maud.
I couldn't read. All I knew about letters was what I picked out of stolen wipers. I was a fingersmith. A thief.
You're a treasure, Sue.
Melt down this number, will you, John?
Treasure? I like to melt her down.
Wait.
Don't ask about, John. I'll knock your bloody head off. Don't you worry, I'll knock it off. Come on!
Yeah. You just try it.
Oh! Mrs. Saxby was a baby farmer.
Yeah.
Paid to look after unwanted babies. All little scraps.
Maud, I neglected to tell you tonight there will be a new gentleman at your reading. An artist, Mr. Richard Rivers. He'll be here for a week, mounting pictures for the catalogue. He'll also be giving you lessons in painting.
So they came together. The romance may have been somewhat unusual, but that gave it all the charm of the unexpected. And there, as the red sun tinges the sky, and the chatter of birds heralds the coming night, we must leave them.
Wonderful, Miss Lily. You read so beautifully. If only the patrons of my bookshop on Holywell Street could hear you.
Your words are pure poetry.
Music, us. Music.
Thank you, Maud. Rivers, you say nothing. Does it not please you?
I cannot find words, sir. Ah, there you see us. The young rogue has beaten us.
Indeed.
Excuse me. Now, sir, I have the first edition which you require.
Have you indeed?
I'm sorry to disturb you, but I'm concerned you might find it a little chill after the fire.
The fire is very hot.
It is, you're right. Very hot. Very hot indeed. What will you do when this great catalogue is finished?
It will never be finished.
Come, Miss Lily, you mean you'll remain here forever?
I have no choice.
You're young, handsome. I say it not for gallantry's sake, I say what I see. You might do anything.
You are a man, Mr. Rivers, and might do anything. I am a woman and might do nothing.
Jack a diggers on a bitch of arse. Ain't she slow? What's what? Are you expecting anyone?
Open up!
If it's the blues, we're done for.
Open the door!
Sovereigns, under the fire!
Come on! Open it up! Open the door!
Damn, my fingers! Never mind your fingers, think about your neck. All tidy?
Alright! Alright! It's gentlemen! Gentlemen! Take a tape of them candles, Phil. Put a broom
screw on, don't you?
Gentleman told us he'd gambled away his fortune. I was obliged to get money the old-fashioned way. By thievery and dodging.
I worked on the old man's catalogue in the morning, and in the afternoon I worked on her. Sort of painting, that is. Her maid. Agnes was the most agreeable chaperone. Love, as love will, was finding its way. At the end of the week, the agreeable Agnes gets scarlet fever and is sent home to Ireland. The housekeeper, who with bad grace takes over temporarily, is as tight on the girl as her corset. Said she'd no time to chaperone. No more painting. And I was nearly there. There. Where's there, gentlemen? She's as rich as a queen, Mr. Ibbs. How rich? 30,000 in ready. 10,000 in funds. Left to her in her mother's will. She can't touch it unless she marries. And her uncle makes sure she never will by keeping her close. That house is her prison. Are you gonna marry her? Well, then I can do what I like with her.
And her uncle ask a few questions about you.
That's why I've become the exemplary Mr. Richard Rivers. I will marry her. With the help of Sue.
Me?
You're gonna become her friend. Persuade her to trust me. To run away and marry me.
Why me?
A Fingersmith with a heart of gold, Sue.
Not gonna be a bleeding maid, am I, Mrs. Suxpin? I'd take my Sue.
Because she's yours, and I know she can do it.
And how would you cut the shine?
Sue will get £2,000.
Are you doing it? I've been a maid, ain't I?
Stuck in a pin in the lady's arse, as I recall.
She was an old bitch.
You're the old bitch. Think of all the money we lost.
Where's this place?
Out in the country.
Don't know where the bleeding country is. I'm a Londoner. Never been out of smoke, have I? Get on. She'd never accept me.
You're my old nurse's child, Susan Smith. You would have an impeccable character reference from Lady Stoneleigh of Curzon Crescent, Mayfair. Oh, she'll swallow it. The girl's never been to London. She's a bit simple. A pigeon. It'll be a bit of a holiday for you, Sue. And it'll work.
Bleeding long on a day if it don't. Can I do it? Not for two. I want £3,000. Take it or leave it.
What's that?
Another application for my personal maid, uncle. A recommendation from Mr. Rivers.
Susan has been maiding for a lady who is married and gone to India, so she has lost her place. Susan is a very good girl, I wrote, but... And I put this rather well, I think. I fear she will go to the bad unless she finds further employment.
No! You never wrote that! You never! Oh my God! So this case up your job!
Yeah, you have to dress her. Take them off.
Maids don't wear bangles. Shimmy?
Chemise.
Chemise. Oh, you have to warm it. God's sake. Do you mind raising your arms, miss?
Sue, how many more times?
Bleeding through!
She's a lady. Shy. But she'll pick up like anything with me and Sue to teach her. Won't you, darling? There, you sweet little bitch!
What happens after you're married?
I told you she's a bit simple. Living with her uncle will tip her over the brink. After we're married, I'll put her in a madhouse and there she'll stay. I need your help to get her there.
But I'm not that.
It's in her blood. Her mother was mad and she'll end up there anyway. Take it or leave it, Sue. That's for the extra £1,000. £3,000, Sue. And you can have any of the ladies' frocks and jewels. She won't need it in the madhouse.
Is there anything else you haven't told me?
That's it. Now undress her.
I shall be glad to meet Miss Susan Smith. All the more so, Mr. Rivers, because she will have
Come to me from a London that has you in it.
Ladies, gentlemen, a toast. Sue.
Here's your character in Gentleman's Best Hand. He'll see you to the coach and join you in a month's time. Oh, look, a picture. A real picture. Oh, I'd do it, Mrs. Luxby. Ain't it a mean trick to plan that poor girl? Your mother would have done it and not given it a thought. And she'd have had dread about you doing it, but my God, she'd have been proud.
Who are you coming?
If they catch me, will they hang me? No. No. They will, won't they? Do you think it hurts when they drop you? No. No. Just a bit, but they ties the not special for a lady, so it's quick.
So,
What is this sort of talk? That's not going to happen. You're going to make us all rich. I am, aren't I?
come on, you'll miss the coach.
Take her quick, I don't want to see it. We'd never been parted before. I think she took it worse than what I did. Country. I never knew there was so much of it. Mile after bleeding mile.
Miss Smith? Leave that till the morning. We keep early hours, Briar, and Mr. Lilly cannot bear noise. If I'd known how to get out of that bleeding place, I would have scarpered there and then. But when I saw her, I thought, this is going to be easy. Is it right, miss? That is very satisfactory, Susan. May I call you Susan? Yes, miss. Thank you, miss. You read, of course. A bit? Well, my uncle is a scholar. Books are a very important part of life at Briar. Please, read me something. Anything. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed. God. I'll not be taught it, miss. Taught? No, I shouldn't allow it. Not to be able to read. I sometimes think how wonderful that would be. Put my rooms in order, collect me from the library at 1. You mean I'm to start right away, miss? Yes, of course. She was an odd one, all right. Didn't think she was cracked. Not like what gentleman said.
Oh, thank you, miss.
You are kind, miss.
Yeah. Go on. Oh my lord. Oh, Mrs. Stiles, you did startle me. I was just trying to put Miss Maud's things in order.
So I see. These should be given each morning to Mr. Way, the steward.
That's his little perk, is it?
The pieces of soap that Miss Maud leaves on her washstand, you may keep.
Thank you, Mrs. Stiles. I really don't like to. Lady Alice, she would have thought it's thieving.
As you wish.
Yes. Who the devil are you?
My new maid uncle.
A finger! Got my finger.
You must not be on there.
Did she have a name?
Susan.
Softer.
Her name is Susan Smith, Uncle.
Teach her to speak softly.
I will, Uncle. Mrs. Stiles keeps the most careful account of wood and coal. Tell her we economise for burning the candles right down to the wick. Don't you worry about her, miss. I know her kind. Do you know my uncle's kind? I'm sure he's very clever, miss. Right in a big dictionary, the servants say. I'm sorry, Susan. I should have warned you. It's all right, miss. I certainly won't go over the finger in future. Very nice, miss. Oh, Susan, they're terrible. But I do hope to improve under Mr. Rivers. A trustee as well? Very well indeed, miss. And sends his compliments. He looks forward very much to seeing you at the end of the month. Do you consider him handsome? Lady Stoney considers him to be one of the most handsome men in London, miss. I think Mr. Rivers is a good man. Very good indeed, miss. It's all right, miss. It's all right. from the medicines I came here as a child. And I'm so afraid of my own dream. Stay with me. I can't do that, please. Please. That's how it was. That night. And all the following nights. She needed drops. And me to help her sleep. We were always together, like sisters. Like the sisters neither of us had ever had. She wasn't odd. It was only living in that horrible place that had made her seem so. She never left it. Never went beyond the river. She never danced, never played games. Like me, she'd never had a sweetheart. And as the weeks passed, I forgot gentlemen. I only had that old brown dress, but she gave me some of her own. This is your past. A kind lady with a good heart. Parting, strife. An older gentleman. Very stern. I've no idea who that might be, Jimmy. Who's that? A young man?
I will. Marry her.
With a good heart. Don't go on, Sue. I must miss. All the luck will desert you. Ah, a journey.
After we're married, I'll put her in a madhouse and there she'll stay.
Perhaps a journey of the heart. Show me the last one. It should have been the love card. But I dropped it. I don't like your fortune telling, Sue. I want to hear about London. What steps they do for the balls. I shall dance. In London. Shan't I, Sue? She could dance like a coal lever. For all he cared. So long as she had £40,000 in the bank. Shan't I? It's so sharp. It's all red where it cut you. Shh. Sit down. goes to Mrs. Saxby's infants. Who's Mrs. Saxby? Parlour maid won't bear her twins. Open wide. More. Shh, keep still. He must have got the early train. It hit me then. How happy I was. And how much I hated gentlemen. I cannot perceive them, can I? I wanted to shout out to Maud. He don't love you. He's here to steal your fortune and put you in the madhouse. But she wouldn't believe me.
Welcome back, Mr. Rivers, sir. Charles, my boots have been missing you. I should get not like yours, Mr. Rivers. I missed you, sir.
Mr. Wade,
Sir?
Mrs. Styles. Wonderful to be back at Briar. Miss Lily, how very kind of you to receive me.
Welcome to Briar, Mr. Rivers.
Miss Lily, I do apologize. I'm in such a tumbled, travelled, stained state.
Would you rather be taken to your rooms?
No. This greeting refreshes me more. It is Susan Smith. I have got that right, at least.
Yes, sir.
Do you like your place here?
Yes, sir.
I hope you're proving a good girl for your mistress, Susan.
Susan is very good.
I thought she would be, with you as her example.
You are too kind, Mr. Rivers.
Well, who could not be? With you to be kind to.
The pictures for the catalogue must be mounted in 3 weeks, Rivers.
They'll be done, sir. 3 weeks.
He spent 1 week on still life. Still death, more like. And another week on landscape.
Yes.
He got nowhere.
Fresh sheet for our first landscape.
You have an eye for the essence of things, but you're not, Susan. You just need.
What? You can speak plainly to me, Mr. Rivers. I'm not a child.
Oh, if I could only take you to London, to my studio there. You have no lack of talent, Miss Lily. In terms of artistic creation, you only lack what your sex as a whole lacks.
And what is that?
The liberty of mind. Nearly up, I think. Tops, bad dreams, good. Excellent. Does she talk about me, though?
She talks about nothing else.
About marriage?
Why don't you ask her to marry you?
I'll frighten her off. I don't risk making the wrong move. Next week, the prince will be done and I'll have to leave. You'll have to work on her harder. Convince her she's in love with me. Damn it, Sue, that girl's worth £3,000 to you.
I saw what the evil bastard was about. He was going to kiss her. But not on the lips. Somewhere better. Much better.
I'm so sorry I must rush back to that wretched print. You will be all right, Maud. You sure? Hooked, but you must draw in. I'll take these, Susan. Get your mistress back to the house.
Let's hurry, miss! Mr. Rivers has asked me to marry him. Oh, miss. Are you not pleased? Sue? What is it? Surprise, miss. Oh, please. I'm gladder than anything in the world. Then I am sad because I have not suggested him. How can I? My uncle will never agree. Mr. Rivers says we might go away at night. Marry in a small church near here.
Susan, look kindly on foolish lovers. I'm sure the light's better in the next room.
I'm ever so sorry, Mr. Rivers, but Mr. Lilly wouldn't like it.
What the hell are you playing at?
Keep Keep your hands off her. She don't want it.
Don't want it. The pigeon's crying out for it.
Try not to be out of here. She had to go to the madhouse.
You can't go soft on me now, Sue. I'll drop you. My old nurse will be taken ill. I need a sweet little niece, and you'll be back in Land Street with nothing. I'll tell them what, you stupid bitch. What you came here to do. Just gone too far to believe it. She was marrying me now will be as good as ruined, locked up here for the rest of her life. On her only way out.
He says if I am his wife, my uncle cannot touch me. What shall I do? Follow your heart, miss. You love him, do I? But your heart beats faster when you see him. When he kisses you. Miss. Oh, miss. Don't you love him? You might say no. Say no? And watch him leave. Oh, Sue, don't you think I should then wonder over and over again what sort of life I might have had? Oh, miss, yes. What is it? Your mother would have done it and not given it a thought. What is it, Sue?
£3,000, Sue.
Marry him, miss. Mr. Rivers loves you, and love never hurt a flea. All right, I will. But only if you come with me to London. Will you, Sue? Be my maid and show me London. Say you will.
I understand the parson is sympathetic to
Affairs of the heart. How soon?
It must be this week. And we need somewhere quiet to stay.
I've a cottage you could use. Thank you, sir. Very much indeed. The wedding was fixed. They were going to elope in 2 days' time and marry at midnight. On her wedding night, what must a wife do? I know you're awake. Soon. For God's sake, mate. What? You must know. I know something from books. How can you know it from books? You're right. I know nothing. What will happen? Will he kiss me? I should think so, miss. Where? On your lips. Is that it? No, miss. The kissing starts you off. It will come to you, miss. Dancing didn't come to me. It was very difficult. You had to teach me. Miss Maud. I don't think kisses can start me off. Mr. Rivers' kisses never have. You're a beautiful young girl. Look, where are your lips? No, not like that. Imagine I'm Mr. Rivers. curious. Wanting thing, that's right. It wants Mr. Rivers. Oh, I can't do it soon. You must do it now, me. I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, you must do it sometime, mustn't you? I'm afraid. Don't be frightened. Look. I want you. Once it's started. Morning. Oh, what a wonderful fake sleep I had. And no drops, no dreams. Only one. I think. I think you're in it. Me. You married Mr. Rivers today.
Is there anything more I can do for you before you leave, Mr. Rivers?
We shall be living too. Tonight.
Miss Lily! Hello?
If I'd have said I love you, she'd have said it back. And everything would have been different. I might have saved her. I might have found a way to keep her from her fate.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Way. And Mrs. Stiles. I hope it will not be too long before we meet again, Miss Lily.
I hope not, Mr. Rivers.
Until tonight. Don't be late.
All that long day, I packed, secretly, getting ready to escape from Briar for the wedding at midnight. Why don't you wear this dress, miss? It's your wedding night. No, I gave it to you. I'm quite happy with this one, thank you. What are you thinking? I was thinking this was the one you were doing when he proposed to you, miss. Six hours to go. Time and time again I nearly told her he was a villain, but her uncle would have had me locked up. I could hear Lant Street laughing. Me, in love with a girl. See whether it's clear out there, miss.
What the devil's going on? Who's there?
It's only me, Uncle.
Well, don't wake everyone else up.
I require a child.
That he will answer at that dreadful day of judgment, when the secrets of all hearts shall be disclosed. That if either of you know any impediment why ye may not be lawfully joined in matrimony, ye do now confess it. Who giveth this woman to be married to this man? Wilt thou have this man to thy wedded husband to live together after God ordinance in the holiest state of matrimony? Wilt thou obey him and serve him, love, honor, and keep him in sickness and in health, and forsaking all other, keep thee only unto him, so long as ye both shall live?
I will. The ring, like everything else, was bad. He hadn't even bothered to get a gold one. We went from church to a nearby cottage, where I prepared her for a wedding night. Look at me. It's cold, miss. Let's get this on. Look at me, Sue. Come here. As I can feel your lips on me. I feel you inside
She wants you to dress her. Maud's discovered the meaning of true love, Sue, and is already halfway to the madhouse. Now we must finish her off. Please speak to Mrs. Rivers, Susan. She's not very well at all.
Morning, sir.
Morning. I'm really rather worried about her. She's talking so strangely.
Morning, miss.
Never charges extra for them unless they go through the mattress. How is she? Taking it hard, is she? I don't know word for it, Mrs. Green. Mr. Rivers doubts on her. Can't bear gossip.
No, and the same myself.
You can rely on me never to gossip, miss. She's troubled. Up here, you know? Button missing, you mean? No. Disturbed, more like. That's why Mr. Rivers brought her to this nice quiet place. To calm her.
Calm her? Here. She's not going to get violent and throw things around, is she?
Nothing like that, no. What goes on in her head? You know what I mean? But why can't we go to London, Richard?
You're not well enough to travel, my sweet.
I'm perfectly well. Aren't I, Sue?
A few days air will put colour into those cheeks.
I hate it here.
Morning, madam.
Everything fresh?
Those eggs haven't been out in the hens 5 minutes. She doesn't like me.
Oh, Maud.
And I hate her.
Darling, if I thought it would help, I would carry you to the station to my house in London. There's nothing I want more. But look at you.
I'm afraid.
What is there to be afraid about, my sweet?
She ate almost nothing. Took more and more drops. A week of that. And she cracked easy. She thought he wouldn't want her. Looking like that. But it was exactly what he did want the madhouse doctors to see. The only thing that amused her was to dress me in her fine lady's clothes, just as she had done at Briar. There you are, Sue. I knew it. That colour just matches your hair. Your eyes. You're quite a beauty. It's Mr. Rivers, friends from London, man.
This way.
Come to meet you. Is it this afternoon? I'd forgotten.
Mom, this is enough.
Will you receive them, dear?
That was your carriages.
Susan, can you spare me a moment?
Don't let them hurt her.
Hurt her. They won't hurt her. She's money. These men are scoundrels. But they're medical scoundrels. And they won't take her today. And they won't take her at all unless they're sure she qualifies for their care and attention. You know how to answer their questions, don't you?
Do I?
Don't make game of me, Sue. Not when we're so close. Hmm? Do you want to go back to Mrs. Saxby with nothing? We're friends of Mr. Rivers and would like to ask you a few questions about his marriage, his new wife.
My mistress, sir.
Your mistress. Just refresh my memory. Who's your mistress?
Mrs. Rivers, of course. I see. What was Miss Lily?
Thank you. Mrs. Rivers, who was Miss Lily? Yes. And you are?
My maid, sir.
And your name is?
Susan Smith.
You seem to hesitate. That is your name. You're quite sure.
If I know anything, sir, I know my own name.
And how did you meet your mistress?
I was with the Lady Alice Stoneleigh in Curzon Crescent, Mayfair, when she went abroad, and... She's grown so... sad, and I'm afraid she'll do herself harm.
Thank you.
You will keep her safe so much.
You will.
She's so kind, so good, so loving. You will keep her someplace special. Where no one will hurt her.
There. You mustn't be so distressed. She's been very lucky to have such a good and faithful servant.
Very lucky indeed.
Now, if we could
This
see...
way, doctors. As you can see, doctors, the case is quite severe. We will send the carriage round tomorrow afternoon, Mr. Rivers. Rest assured, you must die.
Your eyes are a little brighter.
Are they?
Don't you think so, Susan? Oh, such a fool. It only wanted a little company to bring you back to life. You were right. You need London.
London.
What do you think, Maud? Christine Graves is so eager for us to join them in Chelsea. They're offering their carriage to take us there tomorrow.
Tomorrow? So soon?
Tomorrow, we'll go to a great house with fine, quiet rooms and good servants. Just for you.
She was so taken with me in that gown. She wouldn't let me change it. I kept it on to make her happy.